Hello, everyone. Happy May. I am just doing this briefly in the beginning of your reading to let you know that these are coming out later than I expected. I actually got really sick for maybe about 5 days where I was just down, couldn't really do anything. So because of that, I may be coughing a little bit, just to let you know. But I'm feeling a lot better. So this month for your general readings, of course, this is for your rising sun and moon of whatever sign I announce after this. I felt like using these two together this month. I'm skipping over the spiral altogether, and I'm going to be using the Gaian Tarot for your basic layout, and your clarifiers are going to be with the Enchanted Map Oracle cards. So just wanted to let you know that. Okay, see you in a second. Hello, Taurus. Happy birthday if you're a sun sign, Taurus. This is going to be your May 2019 General Tarot reading. Hope you guys are well. This is one of my favorite months of the year. Okay. So I'm going to show you your basic layout and then I'll get started. I'm going to keep your clarifiers a mystery. This is a pretty interesting reading. So, okay. Your central experience for May is the Seven of Fire. Your challenge this month, and keep in mind it's just a challenge. This isn't stopping you. You have the Guardian of Fire as your challenge this month. What is helping you? Major Arcana, the Lovers. That's pretty powerful, you guys. Let's see. Yeah, you have 3 major arcanas in here. So, at the root of your being, very nice. You have the 6 of Air. What you're coming away from, or what has recently passed. Or what has recently happened, let's put it that way. You have the 8 of Air. Your best possible outcome is the Teacher, otherwise known as the Hierophant. I like this version of it. And coming up for you in the near future, you have the 4 of Air. You right now, are the 7 of Air. In your surroundings, you have the World, another major arcana. The other one being the Teacher, by the way. You have the Lovers, the Teacher, and Gaia as your 3 major arcanas. Your fear, I'm guessing, is of the 10 of Fire. And your general outcome is the 6 of Earth, another 6. You have 2 6s in here, which is nice to see. So, okay. Your central experience for May seems like you're getting a lot done, and you're being very focused about cleaning house, whether this is cleaning the energy in your psyche, in your mind, in your environment. If things have gotten broken down, musty, dirty, non-functioning anymore, it seems like you're determined to clean up the energy or to fix things, make them function again. And you seem very good with time management here. It seems like you're really focusing on the amount of time that you have, what needs to be done or what needs to be cleaned up, and just knocking it out bit by bit, step by step. And you seem very focused on this. You may be possibly doing a lot of work on yourself through, because seven is connected to things like focus and meditation, tuning in. You've gotten into a nice meditative groove with getting things done, let's put it that way. And it seems like you are determined to clean things up in whatever form that happens to be. Whether it's physical, has to do with relationships, or anything you're trying to do right now. So, pretty straightforward, you guys. Okay. Some of you may very well be cleaning up a house or fixing things in the house, or fixing cars, or cleaning lots of things. Okay. Making things more efficient. Your challenge is interesting. You've got the Guardian of Fire, which this could be an actual person that is a challenge this month, or it could be you, or an aspect of yourself, let's put it that way. I'm kind of getting both scenarios for a lot of you. So you have the Guardian of Fire in with the Sacred Pool. The Sacred Pool is a healing place of cleansing, purifying, feeling blessed, being receptive. And the Guardian of Fire is the guardian of passions, or the guardian of the heart, or the guardian of warmth, or purity of heart even, because he is the fire tender in this picture. So for those of you where this is an actual person, you may need to have the emotional waters with either this person or yourself concerning this person be cleansed in order for you to actually get things done in the best possible way. Or to use that fire constructively, it needs to be tempered with some water here. So it may be, for some of you, your passions are raging, or it could be that you need your passions lit up, and they feel a little too damp. Or you are taking some time out, because the Guardian of Fire is traditionally an Aries card, by the way. And Aries is about independence, and right now it's striking me how the Lynx behind him is alone, and he's alone in this picture. In a way, they're not alone because they have each other. But it looks like some much needed focusing time or healing time. So it may be you need some time to yourself in order to purify your energy, get your energy back, heal possibly, to release some things, to be receptive. It may be you have a lot going on with this cleaning house stuff, and you may not have as much time as you would like, and that is why it's a challenge to you. Or it could be that you need to do some deep inner searching or introspection in order to receive certain answers. And something about this, for some reason, I'm getting you get interrupted, or you start to do that and then something needs you, or you need to do something else, or it just seems like focusing, even though focus is the central focus of this month, certain things that you would like to focus on may be temporarily blocked or put on hold. That's only a challenge, though. It's not stopping you. You can always tune in and figure out the best way to guard your own fire. Okay. If this does have to do with a person, for some of you, that you're at odds with somehow, or you need more clarity, or you need more peace, I don't know. So, what is helping you? You have the Lovers in with listening. For some of you, this could be an actual relationship you're in, or a relationship that you have chosen to be in. or that the two of you have chosen to be in. This could also just be a major choice. It doesn't have to be a relationship, although it definitely seems as though for a lot of you it could be, or it is. If this is a relationship, if you've been in this relationship for a while, it seems as if the two of you are working a lot on listening to each other. Maybe you lost track of listening to each other, and so you're choosing to cultivate this more now, and this is significantly helping your relationship, or help the two of you feel more united in your purpose or what you're trying to do together, or even simply just tuning into each other more. It could be that some of you may be making a major choice about a relationship based off of whether or not you feel listened to, or whether or not you can listen to them. It could also be saying that you have been brought together into a relationship with someone where you listen extremely well to each other and you're very much in tune with each other. And another message here that isn't quite so particular is that concerning making a major choice in your life, if you find yourself needing to make a major choice, by listening to yourself and listening to the signs, you'll know what to choose. And you are choosing listening. Okay, so this is what's helping you. I hear my dog crying. I'll be right back. Okay. So, at the root of your being, or at the core of you, let's put it that way. This looks amazing. This looks like harmony and cooperation between people, especially with communication, learning, or teaching. Harmony of thought, harmony of communication, mixed in with education. So you're completely inspired, and you're inspired to learn more or to expand your awareness of things. And a lot of this has to do with combining your energy with other people. This could be going to classes, this could be going to social gatherings, finding your like-minded people that you can combine ideas with, possibly even come up with new ideas or new methods. Harmony of thought, harmony of perception. You're avidly learning something these days, or avidly interested in how to best bring harmony to situations as well, or what are the most effective ways, or trying out new methods of creating harmony. But it just looks like your mind is awake, alert, aware, curious, and has harmony in mind. And if you are actually going through some kind of education, as in taking classes or going to school or going to conventions, things like that, it looks as if you are fully interested in what you're studying. It isn't a chore. It feels like it actually gives you more energy to find out more things about this. You're extremely interested about the possibilities for things and solutions that you can come up with other people that better situations or bring clarity or more effective ways of doing this. So also, in both of these situations, they're outside. And this may have a big part to play with this, is getting outside more or being outside a lot. And that way, not just other people, but ideas can come to you more easily out in the air than if you're inside a house. New ideas come to you at peaceful moments outside. Okay, My dog's crying again. Sorry, you guys. Okay. I think that was that, right? Sorry about the interruptions. All of a sudden, my dog's being weird. Or needy, I guess. I think I covered everything with that one. It could be that for someone or some of you, you may be actually feeling really grateful because you're able to have a education. If there's an education that you've been wanting and you weren't sure if you could do it financially, or if it was possible to arrange things to go to a particular location in order to go to school, it looks as if it works out, and you're extremely grateful about this. That's another random thing in there. Okay, so what you're coming away from, or what has recently happened. This is pretty interesting. You've got the 8 of Air in with Magic Prayer. And I'm getting that for some of you, you may have actually been to a lot of meetings or councils, or have been trying to work something out with interpersonal relationships between people, especially groups of people, groups of friends. And for some of you, I'm getting that this is an internal thing. For some of you, it may be both. It may be involving other people. It may be also going on with yourself. But either way, the basic message is the same, which is working things out, especially through communication or thought processes, because it's air. Working on communication, working on working things out, where people can work together and be much more productive that way. If again, this is reminding me of listening, which is what's helping you in May. And this is reminding me of even the Lovers, which goes with it, because the Lovers, in another sense, could just be relating in general. This is a major arcana card that is ruled by Gemini, which is the mind. The woman and the man in the picture represent the left and right brain. Together, when they're unified, the third eye opens up and you can understand everything much more clearly without bounds or without boundaries in the way. And so in order for you to perceive things in the most balanced way, this involves listening, but it also involves relating with other people where they are also listening. And everyone is listening to each other, which it seems as if at your root, this is truly you're learning more about this, on how to perfect this, or not that perfection is really possible because we're supposed to evolve, but and grow, but you're learning newer methods, or learning a more efficient way of facilitating this possibly, or even just having this be brought about. And a lot of this has to do with prayer. You have put a lot of your wishes and prayers into having people work things out, or working things out with yourself even. If you have been at odds with yourself, or you have some mixed up different parts of yourself that have been in argument at times with each other, it seems as if through praying for help, or praying for clarity, or praying for some kind of solution, or figuring it out, but not by overthinking it. It's more by wishing for the best, you have brought this about. Either internally with yourself, where you are making much more sense to yourself now, or you're able to get things done now because you're more in agreement with yourself. This can also be concerning other people, or even with romantic relationships as well, with all different kinds of relating. It looks as if some kind of solution has come, or some kind of brilliant idea or solution, or method or way has become apparent on how to make this easier or more timely. So that's pretty amazing. If for some reason some of you have been in relationships where you haven't listened to each other in the past, or had problems with communication, it looks as if you are making major headway with this, where you have now fully graduated into a new way of communicating with each other that is much healthier than before. And again, you're feeling extremely grateful. This has actually happened. Okay, so as your best possible outcome, this is pretty profound, you guys. You have the Teacher with coming to life. And this is at the top of your tree in the Celtic cross. Below it, at the bottom of your tree, at the roots, these are the topmost branches of what is possible or how things can unfold. This is at the roots of the tree. Both of these have to do with education because look, there's education at your root and there is the Teacher at the heights of you. So you yourself may be educating other people. You may be starting to teach classes or teach wisdom to other people, and other people are very grateful for the knowledge that you're sharing too. Or there may be you who is a teacher of in some capacity and with teachers of all different kinds. It's like a conference of teachers or something where you're sharing your methods or your ideas with each other to come up with possibly new ways of educating other people. Pretty fascinating. So the Teacher here is actually considered one of your cards in the tarot anyway. It's normally called the Hierophant, but this is the wise self within and without. These are wise people around you that can help clarify things for you, or simply to hand over knowledge that you want or more information that you want, that you're learning about. This can also be you. You are your... There is no knowledge out there that you don't have already within yourself. So it's about a nice balance between honoring both those expressions of the Teacher, the inner Teacher and the outer Teacher. And we all teach each other, obviously. Something about this is making you come to life. So you may be discovering some really brilliant information or knowledge, or a brilliant person that you meet that gives you some kind of a breakthrough. Maybe I'm getting for someone, it's some kind of missing key or a missing bit of knowledge that you have needed in order to unlock or put together a bunch of pieces that you've already been coming up with on your own. So I am getting that for a lot of you, this is an external person, this Teacher, but it can also be coming to life concerning fully trusting and utilizing your own wise self within, to trust your own innate wisdom. And also coming to life with being able to fully be in your capacities to be this for other people as well. Let's just say it's free-flowing all the way around. So looks pretty amazing to me. And again, you may have had somebody may have had some kind of a huge breakthrough with something that you're learning or something that you have recently discovered, or information that is a huge discovery to you that someone else is giving you. So, okay, that's your best possible outcome. This looks really nice, you guys, coming up in the future. Okay, that's it. I have to blow my nose. I'm sorry, you guys. I'll be right back. Okay. You are here. So what is coming up for you in the near future? You have the Four of Air in with encouragement. And I got a really clear message with this one, and it was that there are certain potentials or things that you have been sitting on that are going to hatch or come into being or manifest These things that you are hatching are based off of brilliant ideas that you have had, or it also has to do with peace of mind and stability of your mind. Maybe in the past you've been a little bit distracted, or you just have a number of different projects or things or thoughts going on that you have been putting a lot of your energy into, but you may have struggled a little bit in the past with stability of the mind, of organization. Let's put it that way. Organizing your thoughts, organizing your plans, organizing your ideas so that you can make better sense out of it and feel more stable in your own head so that you can actually hatch these things. But it seems as if you have been praying for this, and it seems to be happening in the future where you have newfound peace of mind or stability of your mind, or your mind is making more sense than before, or you're able to organize your thoughts better than before and therefore have more of a sense of peace of what you're doing in general, or even how you communicate. Maybe your communications in the past have been a teeny bit choppy or irregular, and so you're evening out how you communicate with other people, where you really do want to, because this is a nest after all, you guys, with eggs in it. This is reminding me of nurturing. And nurturing is very much what's going on in the encouragement card. This could also have to do with your home or children if you have children, where you want to communicate with your children in a more balanced way than before. Maybe you've just had a lot going on or a lot on your mind, and you really do want to cultivate problem solving, peace of mind in general, and ease and stability of communication. You want to encourage this in your child as well. And so it seems as if you're practicing this more in the future, or you're determined to encourage your children, or the people in your home, or the people around you, or even encourage your own ideas, that it is entirely possible for these things to come about all the way, because eggs haven't fully hatched yet. So, and it may also be saying, children aside, that you're feeling very encouraged that these things are going to hatch in the future. You are seeing some kind of progress, or you're having faith and hope and optimism that everything is going to happen according to plan in a adaptable way. So, for some of you, you may very well be going into teaching, and possibly teaching young people. And you want to be a really positive, grounded, calm force for young people to be able to count on to nurture their minds in the best possible way. Interesting. Okay, is there any way I could read that I have not read? If this has to do with an actual home, as in a house that you want to buy, or land that you want to buy, or stabilizing the home in general, you're seeing progress with it where you're encouraged that it's going to happen. Okay, so you right now, some of you may possibly be traveling, or you're thinking about a trip, because in the Seven of Air, there's the man looking at the map. He's obviously in front of a mountain thinking about all of the different routes he could take to get to his destination. And in Balancing Act here, it's a woman looking at a ship which is sailing away with hearts. Whoa, sorry about that, you guys. Hearts pouring out of it like confetti. It may be that you're going someplace and you're leaving something behind, but only Okay, you're leaving someplace to go someplace, or somebody or something is leaving you to go someplace and then will come back. Or you're thinking of a major voyage or trip that you would like to take. For somebody watching, you may even be thinking about moving to not just another location, but a different country, someplace far away. And so in all of those cases, you're looking at routes, you're looking at strategies, you're looking at, okay, what are the most important things for me to do? What are the most important places that I would like to go to? How do I best utilize this vacation, trip, journey? Where am I really trying to get to? Or what are all the different routes that I want to take? And balancing act. There may be a lot going on. There may just be a lot, and it's a tricky balance if you're going to see this thing through, because talk about tricky balance. This is a ship on top of a bubble on top of a tightrope. And so this takes a great deal of gracefulness and maneuvering in order to best utilize this and not allow it to pop or drop or fall apart or become imbalanced in any way. And so I see a lot of strategizing here and trying to balance things where if you have many different destinations or ideas or strategies in mind on how to best feed all of those things where none of them are lacking any more than any of the others. And so, yeah, pretty interesting. Wow, you really do have your eyes on the horizon with this one. So, in your surroundings, you have Gaia the world with one ring circus. The world is about an old world closing and a new world opening up. You have come full circle or full manifestation with an old cycle. This old cycle could have possibly lasted for a very long time, as in years, decades. A long-term cycle in your life is coming to a close because you have done everything you could possibly do with that cycle. And you are graduating and you are moving on to a completely new world and a completely new long-term experience. And it seems that for a lot of you, or some of you, a lot of this has to do with independence, which is the one ring circus here. Either you're coming away from a long-term cycle of being independent and you're ready to embrace new things or embrace something that involves more cooperation, or it could be saying that you're entering a new world where you feel much more whole, much more independent. Independence here not being having to go alone for a long time. I just mean independence as in feeling whole, or feeling like everything that you need is encompassed in your own being. And so you don't really lack anything in a certain way. And it could be that for some of you, you're thinking of relocating to a completely new area, if you haven't already, where you are beginning something completely new that has to do with your ideas or what you want or what you are capable of. I'm getting specifically that for some of you, you have poured way too much of your... Okay, what am I getting? I'm getting... You have poured too much of your energy into getting along with other people, possibly even sacrificing parts of yourself in order to give other people what they need. And so you're entering a new cycle for some of you where you're focusing on your own needs. Not that you will not care for other people's needs or include other people's needs, but you really do need to focus on what you need for yourself. And this is a brand new, exciting world that is opening up for you, where you feel much more whole than before. And for some of you, this could even be a new plan or a new business or a self-employed type of thing, or you're branching out and starting your own thing. Possibly again, I'm getting for someone, you may be relocating to a completely different country. Where did that come out before? Was it this one? For someone, you're moving to a different country or a different place in the world, or you're traveling the world with your own business, and so your surroundings are changing or fluctuating. But it looks as if you feel really good about it. So, okay. Okay. So your hopes and fears. Okay, I don't know exactly what this is about, but it most definitely is saying something. I'm looking at whoa, that felt intense. The Ten of Fire here, I'm getting your fears of destruction. Destruction of something. This could be destruction of a relationship, destruction of a dream, destruction of land, destruction of your plans. Or this is the very end. Again, you have a 10, which is reminding me of that world. You have an ending going on, but you are afraid that the ending is going to be difficult or not harmonious, let's put it that way. Or just create a lot of big mess where you can't think straight, or you're afraid of some kind of blowout or destruction of something that you value. But with protecting treasure here, I'm getting that this is not going to be destroyed, whatever this is. Or if it is a natural, timely ending time for something, it is able to be let go of in a graceful way without feeling as if your whole existence is threatened or your own inner. Oh, this is reminding me of the Guardian of Fire, which is your challenge this month. Are these the only fire cards? Yeah, these are the only fire cards in your reading, are these two. The Guardian of Fire and the Ten of Fire. So your fear has something to do with the Ten of Fire. Your challenge has something to do with the Guardian of Fire. It's like you're afraid of something very valuable that means a great deal to you as being extinguished or put out or destroyed or eaten up. But you don't have to worry about that because you have protecting treasure with it. So whatever you are meant to keep, you are going to have. Whatever you need to let go of will be let go of. It is intense. It looks like an intense renewal, or again, an ending of a cycle and a continuing. You know what this is reminding me of is old stories of, how do I put it, catastrophes where takeovers, conquering, religious conquerings all across the globe, where, or even just conquerings in general, through war, through people migrating, through people trying to adjust to earth changes, and how a lot of old records and a lot of old treasures have been destroyed that way. Musical instruments, books, information, written knowledge. A lot of our ancestors' treasures or our knowledge has been destroyed, especially through fire, along with things like even people being burned by fire throughout history at different times, and how at those times it seems as if everything is destroyed. But certain things, certain treasures, certain bits of information still manage to survive. And sometimes throughout the ages, they have been hidden for long periods of time until it was the right time to be able to put it back out again in order for people to utilize it. Otherwise, it would have been destroyed if it wasn't hidden. And so I'm getting something kind of profound from this, which is your fear is that something is going to be completely destroyed. But your hope and your remedy for that is that whatever is meant to survive is going to survive, and you don't have to worry about everything being destroyed. Certain things will be protected that need to be protected for a later date, I'm getting. Or you may stumble across treasure or knowledge or information that everyone assumed was destroyed. Interesting. Okay, so your general outcome is the Six of Earth in with wishing well. This is reminding me of what you are coming away from, which is you have prayed very hard or wished for solutions to issues, problems, or even just simply to hash some stuff out and come up with solutions to any issues so that things can be more efficient. And even to do that within yourself as well, where you feel more integrated, you have a better idea of what you're doing, and you have been wishing for this or praying for this. And this prayer is also being manifested by the wishing well, where it's saying you have wished for equality, or you have wished for equal give and take, or equal exchange, or where everyone is feeding the pool of money, pool of resources, pool of emotion, pool of thoughts, the collective. You have been wishing for exchange, healthy exchange, and it looks as if you are getting it as your general outcome. If you have struggled with money or with having enough come back to you for what you have put into something, it looks as if it is coming and things are about to even out and become a lot more harmonious with things like plans, things being manifested, money flow, financing, resources, people sharing with one another. It just looks really good, you guys. And this could be taken in a number of different ways. This could be with relating with other people. This could be with money. This could be lots of things. So, okay, my dog's freaking out again. I love you guys. You take care, and I'll see you soon for your love readings and then your mystery readings in the middle of the month. Happy birthday, you sun sign Taurians. Okay.